Right guys, and welcome back to another video. This one is a bit of a special one for me because it's my first GBBR gas blowback rifle. I've had plenty of gas blowback pistols, but when it comes to rifles, my main love is HPA. As you know, I run my Wolverine and my DMR, so this is a bit new to me, but I've watched plenty of videos and I've been getting myself ready to buy something like this for a while. But yeah, I finally made the leap and done it. So yeah, it is the Eagle Noveske Ghetto Blaster. These have just come available in the UK. They've not been available for too long. A couple of lucky YouTubers have been sent them by Double Eagle, so there is content out there already for these guys, but I've just got mine. So yeah, let's go through it. So in the box you get this lovely foam pad, whatever you want to call it. It's nice and thick, something to sort of work on as well. So I'll put that to the side for now and we'll get to it. So like I say, this is the Double Eagle Noveske Ghetto Blaster. It is a sort of shorter AR platform, and my main use for this will be CQB, so it works perfectly. So inside you get this little, as always, little manual and stuff. We've got a little card here, Noveske Rifle Works. Just shows that it's an officially licensed product, hence why it's got all the trades and everything on it, but we'll go through that in a second. Lovely little manual. Tells you about components, how to put gas in the magazines, how to load the magazines, how the stock works, how the charging handle works, the bolt release, the pins in the receiver, where the hop unit is. Yeah, that's about it really. How to clean your barrel, bit of maintenance stuff as well. Yeah, nice little guide there if you're new to this sort of thing and it's your first rifle. This is quite cool. We've got a parts number, like an exploded diagram of the rifle, showing all the parts, and they're all numbered. So I'm guessing if they're numbered, it means there will be spares out there to get in the future. So if you lose or anything goes missing or anything like that, you can refer to this, and also it might help you when taking the rifle apart or putting it back together again. So that's very handy and it's good to have. Nice little target for some garden shooting, and on the back it basically says stay safe, don't shoot yourself in the face, don't shoot your friends in the face, and be sensible, which we all love. So yeah, that's that done. That little pack, I'll just type this away. The little card's nice little oh, you can register it as well. Don't know if there's any warranty or anything, but that'll be getting voided for me in about 10 minutes because it's coming apart. So got a nice little buffer spring. There is a buffer spring in the stock to my knowledge already, so this may be a slightly stronger one, slightly weaker one, I'm not sure, but probably just stick with the stock one unless we have any issues with it. But it's nice that they give you a spare. Nice little patch. It's a bit annoying. It'd be nice if it matched the rifle and it was tan as well, but what can you do? Still a nice little addition, to be fair. I'll stick that on the rig somewhere. And then a little card as well, showing the velocity, 375 feet per second on 0.2s. So that is over UK limits. So we'll have to do something about that because that is not field legal at the moment. So but some of the upgrades I have on the way will help to lower the power slightly and give me a bit more control on the FPS or joules side of things. So let's get the mag and the rifle out, and we'll get the box off the desk because it's in the way. What we all do as well is just check there's nothing else underneath. Sometimes they like to hide things. Oh yeah, there's a little unjamming rod as well. Or also can be used for cleaning your barrel maintenance. It's got the little eye hole there to put a bit of cloth through. On the other end, you've got a little stopper just to pop BBs out if you've got a jam or anything like that. So they're always handy to have. I've got about 20 of them in my drawer, but always good to have another one. So let's get this out of the way. It's taking up a lot of space. I'm going to use my little pad because why not? Show the branding off. So this is the, like I said, the Noveske Ghetto Blaster. It is the 7-inch version. They do a 10, or it's a 10.5-inch, I think, as well, which is slightly longer. But like I said earlier, I'm using this for CQB purposes. So yeah, I'm happy that it's a shorter platform with a nice short stubby stock on it as well. So it should be quite quick and easy to use when sort of going around corners and, you know, in tight spaces. So yeah, let's give a breakdown of the rifle back to front, I guess. So at the rear, oh, actually, let's talk a little bit about what this is modelled on. So this gas system is a clone of the MWS system by Tokyo Marui, which is one of, if not the best gas system out there. Very reliable, runs very well in cold weather. So this is a copy of it, and it's one of the better copies from what I understand. Desert Eagle did launch a Noveske N4 platform a year or two ago, which is a longer sort of 10-inch barrel with a normal sort of buffer tube and stock on it. Looks a little bit more like an AR, a bit more like a standard AR, I should say. So that is out on the market. It's been for a while, and it's got a lot of good sort of feedback on it. In terms of all the clones that are out there, I believe this is one of the better options. I think an MWS is still going to be better, but obviously cost-wise, it's more expensive, so it should be better. But I'm very impressed with the build quality of this. There's no wobbles or rattling at all. The upper and lower receiver mesh really well. There's no movement there at all. There's a little bit of movement in the stock when you extend it, but not much at all. Stock comes in 3 positions, obviously closed, a middle setting, and then also a slightly longer setting as well. Like I say, there's a little bit of wobble there, but again, this style of stock, you sort of expect it. Again, we may be able to do something about that just to make that a little bit less, but something I can work on in a future video. So on the stock, you have a little QD mount as well, which is very handy to have if you like running a sling. I'm not really a sling kind of guy, but some people love to run a sling, so having the option there is great for a single point sling at the back. So the rifle has all of the official trademarks of the Ghetto Blaster. So you've got the Noveske logo here. On the hand guard, you've got Noveske and NHR7, which I'm guessing is 7-inch handguard. On the top, you've got a lovely little Noveske logo on the top of the back of the Picatinny section there. The charging handle is branded Noveske 556. On the other side, you have, I'll spin it around. You have a Noveske logo on the bolt, which is really cool. Proudly designed in the USA. Noveske Rifle Works, Ghetto Blaster. Again, all of the correct sort of serial numbers and trades, which is really cool. And one thing I really like is on the dust cover, it's got a little picture of a stereo, or back in my day, we called them a boombox, which I'm guessing is sort of for the Ghetto Blaster thing. But yeah, I think that's a really nice addition. They've even got little Noveske logos on the takedown pins, which is very cool. So we'll go back to front. So we've gone through the stock, 3 positions on the stock. Like I say, Noveske charging handle at the top, very smooth, very nice. We have ambidextrous fire selector, so it's on both sides. One thing that's very cool about the fire selector is the semi is a 45, so it's not 90. So getting from safe to semi is very quick, and then full auto is obviously all the way around. I actually like that because obviously being a CQB rifle, I'm only ever going to be in semi really. So having that sort of quick selection change there, which is very nice as well, nice and clicky and positive when it goes into place. Very cool. The grip I'll be changing. I don't like this style of grip. I might be putting on a Magpul or a few ideas really. I've not decided yet, but the grip will be getting changed for something a bit more comfortable, a bit more ergonomic. It has a Geisley flat style trigger, which is very, very cool. We have ambidextrous bolt release, so we have bolt release on this side and also this side, which is very, very cool. And then ambidextrous mag release, so mag release this side and also this side. So all of the controls are ambidextrous. I think I'm right in saying, I might be wrong, I think I'm right in saying the 45-degree trigger, the Geisley sorry, the 45 degree fire selector, the Geisley flat style trigger, and the ambi bolt and mag release are new to the Ghetto Blaster. I don't think the N4 had that. I might be wrong, correct me if I am wrong. If you have one, please let me know, but I'm pretty sure they are upgrades since the previous platform that they launched, which is great, because it's probably something I would look to put on the rifle anyway if it didn't have that. So saves me a job basically. So really, really cool. Yeah, Noveske bolt. Obviously, like I say, it's very similar to it's a clone of the MWS bolt, and 7-inch handguard with a very cool, funky brass flash hider. So underneath the flash hider is a 14mm counterclockwise thread. So you can put your normal suppressors, tracers, whatever you might want to put on there. And as you can see, the inner barrel extends out by about 3 or 4 millimeters there. So they've really gone to the max on that inner barrel, which is good to see. I actually quite like this flash hider. I don't think it's going to be to everyone's taste, this sort of brass flash hider. But this flash hider does actually have another thread. I think it's 22mm. For obviously putting suppressors over the flash hider if you wanted. There are suppressors that are sold that will slot over and screw onto here as well. So that is another option to think about as well. And that is really front to back the rifle. The magazine that comes with it is a Desert Eagle, I suppose it's a Stanag mag. It's very similar to the MWS Tokyo Marui Stanag mags. The only difference is though, these are £65 each, I think, which is very expensive, considering the Stanag ones from TM, I think, are around 50. I think you can even pick them up at sort of 45 in some places. And I think the TM ones are slightly better. The main reason I say it is the feed lips on this are, I think they're slightly too wide, because I'll be honest, this isn't the first time it's come out of the box. I've had a play in the garden already. I sort of couldn't help myself before making the video. So I noticed when feeding, obviously once filling this up, if you're not very careful, it only takes the slightest knock and the BB will come out. So they're not seated in there too well. I'm not saying it's a bad mag, but again, I've got very little usage out of it and very little to go on yet. But I think the TM ones will be better, but I have ordered a load of the Guns Modify P-Mags, the version 3 I think it is, which are the mags I'll be running on this platform going forward, and I'll probably have this one on the belt as a sort of a last resort spare if I go through all the rounds on the other P-Mags. These are 35 rounds, so quite realistic in terms of the ammo capacity, and that's why I wanted to go down the gas blowback route. For those of you who don't know, this is sort of the closest you can get to how a real firearm works, in terms of sort of airsoft, because obviously you've got your AEGs, which are electric. I'm not a fan. I think they sound like sewing machines. I did start with an AEG and I had a few in the early days when I used to play, but I quickly moved on to HPA and I sort of skipped ever getting a GBBR, but a few of my friends have them now, and yeah, I think the realism side of things with the sort of low capacity mags, the way the charging handle, the bolt and everything works, I thought I need to sort of get on that boat and give it a whirl, and see how we get on, because yeah, more and more people are moving to the gas blowback side of things, and obviously one of the big things is the recoil you get from this. I did have a TM, is it NGRS, the non-gas recoil system, a SCAR, but again, it gives a little bit of a kick, but it's not the same as having a GBBR. This thing kicks a lot harder, and it can be modified and sort of changed a bit to make it kick even harder. So if you really like to feel those rounds going down range, then GBBR is definitely the way forward. I still think my HPA guns are definitely going to have a place in my airsoft kit, because I mean, performance wise, in my opinion, you can't beat them. This system is almost sort of in a way handicapping yourself, because you've got 35 round mags rather than 250 round mags. The rate of fire is nowhere near as much as the HPA system, but like I say, for the realism side of things, you can't beat it. This is the best way to go if you're looking for sort of immersive and realism. This is the way to go. So yeah, that is really a breakdown of the rifle and how it sort of works. So I have some gas in this magazine, and I think it'd be rude not to give it a little shoot while we're here. So let me just get the charging handle locked back. So as you can see, the bolt is now back and the nozzle is ready to go forward. Unloaded mag, so no one shout at me. I'm not going to shoot my wall again like I did in the last video. Unloaded mag in, that's a nice positive click, and there's a little bit of wobble, but I would expect a tiny bit of wobble. I wouldn't expect it to be solid in there, because the stiffer, the tighter the fit, the harder it is to get them in and out. So you want it to be slightly loose, and I think that's perfect. So yeah, so obviously bolt release, we'll shoot the bolt forward, and then we are ready to fire. We go into, again, unloaded mag. We're not firing anything, but just for demonstration purposes to show the operation. So in semi, with an unloaded mag, obviously this system locks back on empty. So once I fire, the bolt should stay back. There we go, the bolt is staying back, and then obviously we can shoot the bolt forward again and it stays back and it locks back really well. I mean, some people say that I think it's called the Z plate on the trigger box, after a while it can fail to lock back. So, but again, plenty of aftermarket parts, and again, they're not that expensive, that can help solve that issue. So it'll be rude not to bolt forward, go on to the fun button, let's hold the bolt down and show you what you can do on full auto. As you can see, pretty rapid. It's not the sort of 40 rounds a second that my HPA guns will do, but it's enough. And again, with 35 round mags, you're not going to be wanting to, you know, hold that button down for too long, because otherwise you're going to need to carry in, we need to be carrying about 20 of these, and obviously that's not practical because they're not light, and obviously you've only got so much space on your rig. So it is going to be more of a semi only build for me. But yeah, that's that really, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I am looking to grow the channel this year. I've set myself some sort of targets to try and get monetized by the end of the year. Gives me another 11 months. Things are going really well. I've only been running the channel for sort of 6 or 7 months now, and I'm getting some good feedback, some good viewing rates. The watch hours are increasing and everything. So please do subscribe. Please do like the video. Comment. Let me know if it's good, bad, you like it, you don't. Obviously, I want to hear all of that feedback. And I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.